That looks a little precarious.
Good morning and welcome back to our off-grid homestead that we are building from scratch, debt-free here in North Idaho. Today starts a whole new construction project here on the homestead. We're going to be building a greenhouse right back here. It's going to be a 30 by 36 polycarbonate greenhouse. And we're going to have to build it actually on a slope. So we're going to build up the soil and level it all out. We're going to take you step by step through the entire process. This is going to be a whole video series of how to do the groundwork, how to actually erect the greenhouse, and then how to start growing in a greenhouse in the winter time. One of the first things that we're going to have to do is actually take down this fencing, take out all of the fence posts so that we can start building this up. The equipment is being delivered today to get that done. It means taking out trees, it means moving soil and getting all of that done. So we'll show you how we're gonna do that and how much we're actually gonna have to bring up the soil to get a nice level spot for the greenhouse. If you're new to the channel, we started off with a tent city right over here. The kids had their own tents, we had our tents, we had a kitchen tent set up, we had a bathroom tent set up. We had a shower area set up and we lived outdoors, kind of camping homeless style for about 5 months or so while we got our cabin dried in. How's it going over here, Jules?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hi guys. Picking out all the staples. So we're gonna remove the electric fencing and all these posts. Some of these will be very easy to get out. Look at this.
Yeah, they're kind of rotten.
Like a toothpick.
We used all of these natural posts that we got off of the property. Most of them actually came from this whole garden area. And we used those at the time because that's what we could afford and that's what we had available to fence off our whole garden. Everywhere that you can see here behind me that looks like it's kind of been cleared out and there's grass or clover growing there, it all looked just like that right there when we started. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get you guys on the tripod while we start tearing down this fence.
We're trying to save as much wire as we can. This stuff isn't cheap, you guys.
That's right.
It's actually really heavy too. Came out to be several little bundles.
So we got the fence taken down all down this side and all down that side. The greenhouse is gonna go right in here. And you might be able to hear him over there. He's unloading the excavator right now. Excavator.
Excavator.
Not excavator. Excavator.
It's EX. Trust me, I looked it up.
What you got there?
This is Watson.
Hi, Watts.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy? So Watts and his sister Ray. Watts as in the power that you make from the sun. Watts and Ray, the sun shining on you because we're off grid and their home is actually over in our solar shed. So they're Watts and Ray. We've got a Yanmar 8,000 pound excavator here. And we're going to be using it to take out this tree, take out those trees, those trees, those trees, and to get all of the dirt that we need to build this area up right here. see if it'll go over. All right, well, it's time to limb up this tree, get it cleaned up, get it moved out of the way so we can start taking out some other trees and moving dirt.
Hey, where you at with it? Always overthinking every aspect. Settle down and let it go. Settle down and let it go. Oh, oh. Everybody else trying so hard. You just gotta listen to your own heart. Settle down and let it go. Settle down and let it go. Oh, oh. Tell me something. How you want it?
This is the tree that we just cut down. It is a hemlock. We're just limbing it up right now. We're gonna try to save a big section of it to make the mantle for above our wood stove.
Let me introduce myself. I'm not the same person you knew. Life in a brand new light. There's nothing that I can't do. Seen people spend the whole life waiting, always ending up so frustrated. Didn't want to spend my whole life waiting too.
That looks a little precarious.
Yeah, it's not as big as the last one we had, so you can't do as much with it. Whew. So, if you're using a smaller excavator, Marty, be more careful.
There you go. No damage done.
No damage done, just a little heart racing, that's all.
When the sea changes blowing in, and a far cry home again. When the road winds around the bend, never too far, never too far. When you lost faith, when you feel the dark, you wanna catch fire. I'll be a spark, and in your hands, head in your heart. Never too far, never too far. Never too far, never too far, never too far, never too far.
It's another beautiful day here on the homestead. Check out our pad so far. We've got to add a little bit more dirt to it. It's still just a little bit too small. We've been working all down there getting that dirt and transferring it up here. We got to keep doing that. We're also taking down all of the old fencing here, so Jules is probably going to be working on that while I'm moving dirt up, and then we can start building the greenhouse.
Never too far, never too far, never too far, never too far. Drive me up to California, never waking up. Moving fast and everlasting, silver lining gold. I'm in your hands and in your heart, never too far. Never too far, never too far, never too far, never too far.
I think we finally have the pad big enough. We're going to find out right now and actually do the official measuring.
Yeah.
You ready, Jules, to officially measure?
Official measure.
We're going to do the fancy triangle to get it square, right?
Pythagorean theorem.
Pythagorean theorem. There we go.
Back to middle school.
That's right. For people that were smart like Jules, that's middle school. For me, that was like high school maybe, or I don't even know if I ever learned that in school. But we know it now, and that's what's important. So we've got a 100-foot tape measure. We've got another 100-foot tape measure. So to find out where this corner goes, we're gonna measure 36 feet from this one straight down this way, and then 46.8 from that corner and come across to here. And the way that you find out the 46.8 is 36 squared by 30 squared, and then find the square root of that, and that will give you your diagonal measurement. Put those two together, I'll show you here in just a second. All right, so we come down here with these two tape measures. This one we want at 36 feet. Oh, which is way up there. Good, good. This one's gonna be at 46.8. And so if you look on the back side of this tape measure here, it has points, tenths of a foot rather than inches. So 0.8 is the same as 9.5, roughly. I mean, it's really close to 9.5. So 46 feet, 9.5 inches on this one, and 36 feet on this one. 46 feet, 9.5 by 36 feet is right here. So this corner is good. We've got plenty of pad around it to erect the greenhouse. These are just kind of roughed in. We'll put up batter boards and lines when we get ready to actually set the posts for the greenhouse, but we want to make sure that our pad is big enough. Let's do the other side and see if we got the other corner good enough.
Ray, come here, kitty.
All right, man, we're there. We're close. Like it could be a little bit bigger, but technically we're there, although we will eventually want to add more dirt onto this corner over here. But we're big enough, Jules.
Sweet.
We can build a greenhouse now.
So awesome.
I know it. We've shared with some of our friends that we're building this greenhouse, and the question that they always ask is, are you building a high tunnel? Let me tell you exactly what we're building here. We're building a super strong greenhouse that can handle the snow load that we get up here. Do you remember last winter when our Shelter Logic just collapsed in the snow? We do not want that to happen to our greenhouse because, as you probably know, we get a lot of snow up here, and some of the greenhouses you actually have to take the cover off of in the wintertime if you get a lot of snow. And so we're looking forward to not having to do that because we're getting, it's called the Homesteader, and it's all polycarbonate. It's from a company called Rimmel. They're from back east, and they have like sales reps all over the country, but they do a lot of greenhouses up in Alaska where, you know, they get a lot of snow up there. So it should work perfectly for what we're doing here. A couple of the things that we're really looking forward to is, you know, the extended growing season. We can plant earlier, we can harvest later. We can hopefully grow some winter crops this winter once we get it up. One of the other things that's really cool about the greenhouse that we'll be building is it has the off-grid package with it. So it has temperature sensors, it has humidity sensors, it has automatic louvers that open and close and motors that run those things, but it's all off-grid. You don't have to actually plug it into anything. It's got its own solar system and all of that, so you can run it really anywhere and run it all automatically. I will put a link down in the description below, and there's a QR code here on the screen that you can actually check out the greenhouse we're building if you're interested in that sort of thing. But the next video where we're actually going to be putting in the posts and erecting the greenhouse is right up here, where you can go ahead and watch that next. We hope you guys have a really great day and keep smiling.